his Minister of Finance. For Mr. Buhari, despite knowing whims, there are SSS, there are reports that he knew all is not well. Yet he was bold enough, he came, and he was calm. And he did. The main business is to lay the budget, and the budget was laid. Now, at the end of the day, that is the beauty of democracy. Majority have their way, and the minority have their says.
If you let me ask you this question, just a very quick one, even though you said that it's normal, but there's an abnormal statement, which, if you will, Mr. President had to come up at that point when it became fever pitch, that the lawmakers were too rowdy at some point, and he said that we're supposed to be above this. And I think for those that are watching, when he made that statement, there was some level of calm that was recorded. How would you say the legislators received what the president said, that the world is watching us and we ought to be above this?
Yeah, Mr. President said it. And you see, even prior to that, I did depose here that we condemn some of us internally that not ascribe to this action. We didn't condone it. But at the end of the day, when the thing was coming unbearable, Mr. President had to say that, look, we should observe some decorum because the world is watching us. But you see, like I said, how do we come to know what happened in the British House of Commons? It's just because it's on air and people are seeing it. Suffice to say that you cannot, get people more than 2, 3, 4, 10, talk less of 360 people, and you expect them to behave rightly in their right thinking manner. So there has to be this, and that is why there are rooms for amendment, correction, talking to each other. And that is what it is. And what happened yesterday is an experience, be it negative, and that is why it is experience for us to conduct ourselves in the best possible manner. And I will now say it's because democracy is developing. We are still developing, we are not yet developed. Even the British, that are how many centuries there? Look at the United States of America, that are more than 3 centuries practicing democracy. We are just developing, and we will develop further. It is when we rancor, when we disagree, and we come to agree, then we will now appreciate the business of doing things, condoning ourselves in the best manner, in the best decorum.
We're going to have to turn to your colleague. Let's just check if he's ready for us. He couldn't make it to the studio, but okay, we'll up in just a moment. But Honorable, if we could then move on to the budget presentation itself. So having seen what played out, there are those who just wonder, like, look, this may just be a tip of what's to come. That first of all, upon receipt of this budget proposal, the House or the National Assembly is going to proceed on your legislative vacation, and being an election year, it's going to be a lot difficult for this budget to pass before the elections. Are those assumptions correct?
No. Let us understand the works of the National Assembly. We have the bureaucrat, we have the committees. When we say the National Assembly is on recess, that concerns about entering the chamber, either the red chamber in the Senate or the green chamber in the House of Representatives. Conducting businesses, making laws, motions. That was what is stopped, and we are on recess as far as those businesses are concerned. But as to the oversighting and the committee works, we even work on Sundays irrespective of break. So suffice having said that, the National Assembly budget process, Mr. President has laid the budget. Right from yesterday, the relevant things are being done to it. It will be received, and then it will be copied, it will be circulated to members, members will read it. While this is taking place, the relevant committees or desk officers are doing the needful to make sure that we receive. Mark that, let me tell you that our system now is a little bit electronic. We are going electronic. We receive our notice papers, order papers electronically. So if there is any other thing, is going to be transmitted. And while it's only the Christmas, maybe 25th, and then the Boxing Day, and then probably the New Year, we are returning first week of January. So around 8 or thereabout. So within this 10-day window, I don't think, or a 2 weeks window, I don't think much will have been weathered away. So
Honorable, are you implying that, is there a guarantee, if I may come in there, is there a guarantee that the Senate and the House of Representatives will resume by the 8th as the first week of January?
Well, it's not a guarantee, but that's according to our timetable. So I assume we are going to be guided by the timetable. So going by the timetable of the legislative year, we are resuming first or second week of January.
So what part is not correct then? Because yes, you're going to proceed on your legislative vacation. If you resume in January, are you then going to pass the budget before the elections?
I am assuring you we will do the needful. And let me also mention here, we have to, at every given time, explain the budget cycle and the processes. The 2018 budget is still in effect until May. So we still have about 5 months to go. Within this period, we will work on the 2019, but I'm assuring you, and I'm giving you the word of the majority and the leadership of the National Assembly, we will not delay these budget processes or completing work on the document as laid by Mr. President yesterday unnecessarily. And we pray it will not suffer any delay. We will try as much as possible to fast track it. Mark you, we are not unmindful of the political activities. A lot of us are campaigning, trying to get their ticket back. But that notwithstanding, we have pledged to do diligent, because we have to put the country above ourselves.
Honorable, does that imply that you, with this 2019 budget, you will not be able to get to that new budget cycle where we're looking at January to December?
Yeah, but what I'm trying to